fucking gambler,
We gotta
bro.
bring him. We gotta bring him.
He turned 100. No, it's like 60 to 100 to 700.
Didn't I do that with with 100?
I don't know, but this motherfucker was
Remember?
gambling.
I did
he's the
100
one.
to 1,000.
He's the one that went to Vegas and him and his friend got arrested in Utah for
Damn, for weed.
smelling weed.
Damn, did they even have weed on them?
I think they did, but they weren't high or anything. But it's illegal in Utah. If it exists in Utah, you're fucked.
But that's crazy. Like what?
Republicans. That's the only thing about
Because like
Republicans.
Utah and Nevada are the states that are illegal, right? Weed.
What other state? What?
Utah and Nevada. Arizona. Isn't it Arizona?
It's legal in Nevada. It's not legal in Utah. It's not legal in Texas. It's not legal in Florida. It's not legal in most of the United States.
It's crazy it's not legal in Florida. You know what I mean? Florida, didn't they say yes to all the drugs?
I don't know. I mean, I know Florida's Republican, and one thing about red states is, yeah, they don't like weed.
Republican? Aren't you Republican?
Yeah. I like weed, though, you know. It's like a little different. You know?
Okay. So, see, that's why I'm not Republican nor Democrat. You feel me? Because one side likes weed, the other one doesn't like weed. The other side is gay. One isn't. You know, there's so many things. You know what I mean?
It's like their argument for banning weed. What do you think it is? Because I really don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think it was just something created a long time ago because I feel like they just needed more money. And they're like, all right, well, let's incarcerate them. Plus, like, the majority of them were
That's why liquor became
black people. You know what I mean?
It's like liquor prohibition, you know?
Right. That was true, right? Like, mainly black people smoked, right? Like, not white people did? Or did white people do it?
I think more black people smoked, but it doesn't mean that everybody did it.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, they did it the most back then.
I'm trying to be racist, but
I don't know, like, I'm asking. I'm not
do
stating
drugs.
I'm not stating a fact. I'm just asking, did they or did they not? You know?
I wouldn't doubt it. But
So there's not facts. We're not stating facts.
no, I mean honestly, this podcast is not facts.
Yeah, no, we do not fact check shit. All right, we just say what we know
We need a
and what we
fact check.
think we know.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, if you guys fact checked everything, oh shit, so much shit we said that's not true.
No, yeah, no.
No, I feel like we speak with the truth though.
We
You know
speak
what I mean?
like what
What our
everybody is
truth
thinking. You know,
we speak our truth.
we speak our truth, our community's truth. Who is our community?
I just told you I'm neither because they're both. I don't know. I would say I'm neither in the sense of that. You know, I can't really just agree with the one. You know, feel me? Always gonna have disagreements no matter how or which side you win.
No, yeah. True.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I'm more of a socialist, but I'm not really.
I don't think you're a socialist.
What is a socialist? You said I was. I don't even know what it is. What is it?
Everyone's equal. Like,
Well,
matter
no,
how much-
not like that. Not too hard like that either. Hold up, calm down. Like everybody's
no,
equal.
you're not,
but
bro.
Everybody's equal in the sense of like we all humans,
Yeah, we
but
all
like
humans.
we're not equal in the sense of like the work ethic and like
Skills.
what you provide. You know what I mean? I don't think somebody that's scanning your food should be provided the same income as somebody that's like managing that fucking
No,
store.
yeah, I mean, women and men are different. We're not equal.
Well, that's very completely different than what I was saying. But go ahead.
No, I mean, it's true. A lot of people like to argue women deserve the same pay as men. Women could be independent and do anything just like men can.
Hold on. So you're saying they shouldn't get paid the same as men?
In different circumstances, no.
And what's the good?
For
For
example,
example, hold on. In my case, if it's a female CEO for the Broncos versus a man CEO for the Broncos, then it should be the same.
okay, I do agree with that. But what
No,
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say
like,
was like
that's-
physical labor, like plumber, or someone that welds under the ocean. Like,
Well, that's a very complete different thing. You know what I mean?
but like soldiers, too. Like, who would you rather have fighting, men or women?
Okay, look, that's very
like,
no,
it's true.
At the same time, it's not like they're gonna be fighting. They have weapons now. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna beat a fucking gun that's shot by a woman or by man? No, you're not gonna survive.
If you were in a
If you
bus,
get shot, you get shot. You know what I mean? That's the thing of it.
If you were in a-
Now, The women, they just gotta train in the sense of like, okay, they gotta know how to use the equipment. You know what I mean? I don't think the
But-
pay thing between men and women is really.
I mean, men
you
have
know,
more stamina, right? We have more testosterone. so we have
arguably because
more-
there's women that
There
it's just all about training. The endurance, the shooting, the whatever the fuck that
but
skill
women
is,
can handle it though.
the plumbing, it's all about training. And at the end of the day, the plumber that knows more is gonna get paid more than the plumber that doesn't know shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, no, that's good. That's good. Like,
It shouldn't be equal. It shouldn't
do you-
be like it
do
doesn't
you
matter.
trust women drivers?
Yes, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's some women.
more than guys.
No, 100%. I trust myself more than anybody. Like, I trust myself more than anybody,
I don't.
no matter who. You know what I mean? But if it came down to it, and let's say my life was like, hey, yo, I'm dying. I need somebody to take me. I don't give a fuck who's driving. You know what I mean? I could give a two shits as long as they could fucking drive.
drive.
You know what I mean?
No, I see what you mean, but like women and men.
Like, statistically, yes, women are stupid as shit at driving. You know what I mean? But, but,
but some are good.
yeah, but like it's not all of them, you know what I mean? So not all of them should get punished
No,
for some stupid
no,
mistakes.
I agree.
Just like some guys are fucking idiots as well. I see some dumbass motherfuckers too. You know what I mean? Like everybody pissed me off.
No,
I flipped off
100%.
bitches and men. So
So
some men bitches
what do
too.
you think about this? Women instead of them having a job, they just stay at home, raise your kids, have food every night at the table when you come home from work. Instead of the women taking your kids to daycare, not spending time as much with the mother, you come home, there's no food, the house is dirty.
Is she not working still? Like if she's not working and
Like she's working, but like she doesn't want to be like her value is like, nah, I want to work. Like, and you could support it, right? Like money's not an issue, but she just wants to work.
well, I'll be like, go ahead, but you still gotta do your shit.
Right?
You know what I mean?
right.
Like at the end of the day, we still gotta make ends meet, and we're not gonna be disorganized, nasty ass fucking humans.
But let's say money was
just
because
because we work, even we work, doesn't mean we can't be organized. You know what I mean?
Would you?
I'm just saying, I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of people try to make issues where it's very easy and like fucking to fix. You know what I mean?
It is, but welcome to the world, bro.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like people
Welcome to
try to
the world.
overdo it.
And it's never
in
gonna
that
end.
sense. No, and it's funny because that's what creates. I don't know, entertainment. If people don't like fucking
It's
peace,
useless drama at the end of the day. People, it's ego. I mean,
it's ego,
that's one thing.
big ego, 100%. I feel like we all have ego,
Yes, we do, and
100%.
yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing if you use it in the right way.
Yeah, but we don't use it in the right way.
No, most of us don't.
Nobody uses it in the right
No,
way.
but like, well, I know some people.
Who?
The Tate brothers.
Okay. Yeah, I feel. See, that's some good ego.
Donald
You know what I
Trump.
mean? That's some good ego. But like what I'm saying is, I feel like majority of people don't do that. You know what I mean?
No, they don't. They don't. I mean, that's why most of the people hate the Tate brothers because they try to promote stoicism, all
Nah,
this good
They
shit.
try. It's because they get things out of context and they be saying some.
They do that on purpose, though. They do that on purpose.
They be saying some stupid shit out of context where it's fucking outlandish, and you know what I mean?
It's like, all right.
But
like,
if you see it with context and you understand where they're coming from,
Then
you wouldn't
people
find
like
it
them.
fucked up. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be like, oh,
Same thing
hate
with
him,
Trump. Same thing with Donald Trump, right? People put, there's this clip. All right, so that clip, basically, Trump was talking about a bloodbath I think it was about the automobile industry, but the media was like, nah, he said bloodbath. He's gonna do bloodbath in the United States.
Oh
We're
yeah,
going
he
to
said
war.
there's gonna be a bloodbath.
Like, no,
and
he's
then they cut it, no?
Yeah, they cut it. But no, in context, like you say, they cut out the context. The context was, it's gonna be a bloodbath if the automobile industry moves away from the United States because that's your economy.
Wait, what do you mean it moves away from the United States?
For example, Ford. What is that Deere company?
You saying the manufacturing Deere?
Yeah, Deere.
What's that Deere company? Is just called Deere.
They're all moving overseas, right? And we're losing a bunch of American jobs, which will crumble the economy, especially in Detroit, where the automobile industry
Wait, why are they
is number one.
moving though? It doesn't make sense.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, but at the same time, aren't we one of their main supply of demand?
But Like
is
we
it
buy it, yes, we buy it, but like it's like Apple. They make their iPhones in China because it's cheaper.
right?
For
But
us,
like
it's cheaper.
some
They want to move
people,
away because it would be cheaper. More people have money, but it's bad for the U.S. economy though.
but some people would like those American-made cars. Now it's not gonna be American.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I don't think the American people do anything about it. For example, GMC, Ford, they make their cars in Mexico, and everybody think, oh, Ford's all American.
Yeah, you see,
You know, it's just like the companies, yeah, it's from America, but I mean, dude, the jobs that we're losing, and I understand it. You know, it's like why people go to China, you know, for cheaper shit.
people move to China.
Dude, it's cheap. If we move to China right now, it'll
People,
be
but
like,
I heard China's ass.
because they're communist, but we're
So
not Chinese citizens.
what's communist like?
Like North Korea?
And what would it be living like? For example, if we went
Well, we went as tourism or as we lived there,
Like,
like
lived
as
there.
citizens and like, grew up
Citizens.
there.
type shit.
Well, if we grew up there, it would be it's like slavery a little bit. Like the country, China would tell you, "Hey, this is your job. Oh, you go 5 miles over the speed limit, cameras everywhere. You're fined automatically
Damn, for
that very
real?
minute. Everything they have no freedom essentially. Everything's controlled by the government. That's what communism is. It's like you cannot have an opinion unless it benefits them.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
feel
people
you, I feel
argue
you.
is that if Kamala wins, that's how America will be like.
Don't be communism.
Yeah.
Alright.
But they like to
Okay.
sugarcoat it. No, Trump is bad.
I don't know. There's bad sides everywhere.
I mean,
You know what
I
I
mean, it
And
is
so,
bad sides.
what if we were tourists?
Tourists, I mean, we have our American passport, so they really can't do like anything bad to us.
Right, so we would just be doing
We
whatever
would
the
just
fuck we
be
want. We could
tourism.
speed and shit. We could
No.
just
No,
just
you,
start
you gotta
zooming.
respect their laws and all that, but in the sense of like they won't make you fucking work.
Oh no shit.
Like, you know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
tourist.
Like we're not here to make money. We're here to spend money,
Type shit. Yeah, we're tourists.
and they like that, right? Although I do want to go to China. It's really beautiful though.
So
I love
what is there to do as tourists over there? You feel me?
China is like the other
The China Wall, right? The China Great Wall.
Great
China.
Wall, but China's like the United States, but better in my opinion. Like in
For
terms of
real?
architecture, in terms of the beauty. China has a lot of things. They have their own little Las Vegas, you know.
They have Vegas over there.
They have their own, right? And I
Really?
believe it's in Shanghai.
Hey, I feel like they're the biggest gamblers though. Or could they not gamble? I mean, how the fuck does it
I think
work?
they do. Well, I think gamble's legal everywhere.
For real, but like for example, if they're so fucking strict, you know what I mean? Like what? People just do whatever. Could people do whatever
Like people,
the fuck they want to do?
like people can still do their own thing.
Like I
but,
could just go to the park right now.
but you can't just get big, you know.
Really?
You can't be like an Elon Musk over there.
You can't be rich.
Not really, no.
For real, that's whack though. How would
You could be
able to
rich.
travel, though?
You could be rich, but if you have the people above you controlling you, you know what I'm saying? Like Kamala.
Damn. But like, how would you be able to travel if you're in China?
You could. What do you mean, like us?
No, like if we're citizens in China and we want to travel, right?
Oh, you could travel. I mean, as long as your job's okay with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like
You
any
know.
other fucking place.
Yeah, and another law that was I don't know if it got reversed yet, but you could only have 2 kids in China.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so if you get another bitch pregnant,
I mean, that's not that bad of a law. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
because they have overpopulation. Over here,
Yeah.
we're dying.
yeah,
The
I feel
birth
that. I mean,
rate has plummeted.
it's not too bad of a law, like I guess. You know, at the same time, it's you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
I
me-
get it if a lot of people people want a lot of kids, like I would get it. But at the same time,
Me.
yeah, I know. But at the same time, too, I would be okay if I would just be like, just two. You know what I mean?
Sorry, just no, yeah.
Yeah, I just been holding
100%.
it the whole time, bro.
100%. But it's really interesting. I mean, politics with China and the United States is interesting. I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but China wants to invade Taiwan.
They want to?
Yeah, they want to invade it,
Wait, why that?
and they think that Taiwan's part of theirs,
Of their work?
of their land.
Oh, okay.
You know.
But I don't get it. Like, what's the benefit of like getting it? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, they're gonna get all the resources and
the
the economy.
semiconductor industry, mainly. I feel like, my opinion, I feel like that's what they want to invade.
Because of what?
Because Taiwan is what powers this, that camera, that light. It's all Taiwan.
You're saying it's just the power?
It's just the power, the money, right? Too, and also
The power? You're saying the electricity or like the internet? Or
No, like
what?
the chips. Like everything has a chip. Mr. Dennis actually taught this. Is every single thing of technology has a chip,
Well, yeah, no, yeah,
right?
yeah.
That all comes from Taiwan, which is trillions of dollars a year
So you're saying Taiwan is the manufacturer for chips?
for chips. Yeah,
True.
yeah, it is. But that's one reason. Another reason is that Taiwan is really close to the United States, and we're like best friends.
They're here.
China doesn't like that, obviously, and so if China could take Taiwan, then China controls a lot of the Asian portion, right? Because right now it's the United
Well-
States controlling it with Japan and South Korea.
Well, if Taiwan is like close to us, why would we let
Taiwan's
them
not
take
close
it?
to us.
But like,
Oh, like in like friendship wise, yes, they're close, but distance, like physical distance, no.
oh,
Taiwan's like right. China's right here.
I don't know my fucking geographic shit. All right.
China's right here. Taiwan's like 50 miles away.
Oh yeah, we complete opposite side.
Yeah, they're underneath China. They're separated by an ocean. Taiwan's an island, by the way. It's like Australia. It's like a big island.
Oh shit.
But no.
Pause.
I will be back.
But before we cut the podcast, I actually did want to talk about the average credit card debt. You know what I mean? I know we were talking about China and like how it would be living over there and what it is.
Isn't it in the trillions?
Well, on average, the person's credit card debt, and I looked this up, on 2023, the average U.S. or American citizen debt on the credit card is $6,500. It's not that much. Honestly, I thought it was going to be more. You know what I mean?
In total, it is.
Oh, no. In total, I feel like some people definitely have a lot of debt. You know what I mean?
Like,
But,
it's like
but
trillions.
it's crazy because I thought that people would have more debt. You know what I mean? It's not that much
Is
debt.
that true?
It's 6,500.
That true?
I don't know. I mean, that's what Google said, so I'm trusting Google. Fact check me on this one. I Googled it, so if Google is wrong, it's wrong.
It's right here.
It's right here. No, but yeah, if anything, I mean, 2023, the average citizen or the average person would be in $6,500 in debt, which is not that bad, honestly. I thought it would be worse.
Really nuts. I don't believe that.
I know. I feel like it would be more. I don't know, especially with like the car loans that you be hearing about, or like
And
the credit card,
college
as well. I don't know if they're taking college into consideration with that debt. You know, because college is a big thing. Like,
They
it's a
should
big
though,
debt.
because it's a lot of it's a reason why a lot of people.
I think it's the average
poor.
credit card debt. I think that's what I searched up. The average 2023 credit card debt would be 6,500. So that would be
That's
like
crazy.
6,500 plus the other debts that you guys have.
Well,
Like, you know what I
one
mean?
country, the United States, is $35 trillion in debt.
Which is crazy that we're in the trillions, because it's hard to get $1 billion.
And you know it's crazy? 260 billion every day. We're going to more debt.
164 billion? I feel like
Billion.
we'd be how many trillions are we in debt?
Like 35.
I feel like that shit would be probably like 100 by the
Oh,
end
it
of the
will
day.
be.
I mean, not the end of the
Not
day,
the
by
end
the
of
end
the
of the
day.
year.
No, I mean, I don't know the projection, but I wouldn't doubt it if it hit that.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little too crazy.
It is crazy, and that's why our dollar means less in other countries, which sucks.
What do you mean it's worthless?
It's worth less.
Like where?
Any other country, because the dollar is a global currency.
The dollar is very powerful in pesos.
Yeah, but it's going down though. You know, it used to be way more powerful.
Okay, I feel you, but it's not like you get $1 for 1 peso. You know what I mean?
Now it's like 18 pesos for a dollar.
Yeah, that's crazy. When I was over there, it was 21.
It changes. Mexico's weird. It changes like every week.
Yeah, it changes. It changes on the day. I
Yeah.
remember I went to change them, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh no,
It's really interesting how
the
their thing
peso is
works.
20."
But that sucks.
And then they
'cause-
gave it to me 20, and I went later that day, and the lady
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, well the peso was 18. He gave you and paid you the peso at 20." Now I was like, "It's not my fault." Like,
No,
motherfuckers were trying to get their money back.
It's
bro.
really interesting. Because
I was like, "Get your ass out of here! You already gave me the money,
Give it away.
motherfucker."
It's interesting
Anyways.
because that sucks when it comes to business. Because business you want to predict everything. Plan out your every move.
Well, it's kind of stable.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Well, it was a little grocery
But,
store.
like-
I mean, if it was like an Apple product, I
but
feel
like, let's
it's
say you had a
way more
business and it was a
different.
fucking hotel or a house. Could change a lot. It could be a big difference.
Not really. I mean, you're
Just
still
those
charging.
those 2 pesos could be a lot of difference when it's a lot of pesos.
Well, yeah, but at the same
Sucks.
time, it's just only for a little bit of time, and like it's not like just.
It's
you.
unpredictable. That's what I'm trying to say. You never know.
100%. But it's not like just you during that time get that money. You know, everybody else changes, everything else changes. So at the end of the day, you are giving what you're getting at the
Oh
same
yeah.
time. You know what I mean?
No, it's gonna be interesting when I go to Mexico, and hopefully we could do a podcast over
To
there.
Mexican?
Mexico.
Yeah, he can't wait to go to Mexican and do a podcast. Honestly, that'd be fucking lit. You know
On
what
the
I mean?
beach. On the beach.
Just fucking chilling and being like, yo, what up, guys? We at the beach right now, making a little podcast for you guys. If you
That'd
guys
be
want,
awesome.
give us some ideas of
You
what
know
you guys
what?
want to talk
I think
about.
that's gonna help us out. If we do that first podcast on the beach, and then go viral.
What do you mean it's gonna help us out? Oh, first podcast. No, that's gonna
Like the thumbnail would be, we're at the beach. He just got eaten by a shark. Watch the
shark in the
video.
background of the thumbnail and shit. No, but honestly, imagine this setup on a beach, like just people walking by and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and like people could just come over and start doing shit,
Which is
whatever. Like,
cool.
we would have to have some people around, just in case somebody did try to steal some shit.
No, you just reminded me of this idea. There's an idea where there's people do a podcast like in downtown or in the city,
Right.
and they have a sign. Hey, want to talk about something? Join in the podcast. People walking by read the sign and then they just join in. And then they talk, they leave, and then someone else joins in. You know, I feel like that would be interesting.
So do they get like a segment, or like is there multiple chairs? Do they just come in and sit down?
Yeah, just
Like-
come and sit down, talk about what they want. You know.
You can imagine. I could imagine that, and like we have another chair there, another chair here. We could just be talking, and then somebody
Yeah.
just goes, and
Yeah.
then somebody comes.
And
we're
it's
talking.
interesting because in that way we could get the average opinion. You
Mm.
know.
It wouldn't be average. I mean, I feel like the people that go out the most are the Republicans. You feel me?
And this they know.
Like, they're like
Oh.
not to talk. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, because then more confidence. I'm not gonna lie, Republicans are.
No, I don't give a fuck who you are, what you with, as long as you're just logical with it. You feel me? Like just
As
don't
long
be
as you're
fucking
not a
stupid,
dumbass.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like just common sense for a lot of things, but I guess a lot of people believe in different things. You know what I mean? Like
They believe because
my
they've been
common sense is
brainwashed.
different to your common sense, which is not common sense at that.
But at the end
point.
of the day, common sense is common sense.
Well, it is,
It's
but
either you know you understand it or you don't.
that's the thing. But like, it's just different. Like they understand it differently. It's just a different point of view, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
But-
is the glass half full or half empty? Is like the
So
same thing.
is there no right or wrong?
I feel like there's definitely a wrong once it starts fucking affecting the society. You know what I mean? But like, if your actions literally doesn't affect it, then I feel like it's not good. You feel me? Like, as long as you're just doing good and you're not fucking malicious and shit and doing fucking bad shit.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But like, you know, there's some people that are gonna take advantage of shit, and like, that's why there's some rules. If there wasn't rules, I'm pretty sure it'd be a different society.
Anarchy.
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is like, we're supposed to have some rules, but like some people just want to make it all about themselves, and they make their idealistic world go into like everybody. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they just live their life not caring about what others did, in the sense of like, as long as they're not fucking with me, in the sense, you know, like kill me or some shit. You know what I mean? I feel like we're gonna be good. Like, you do your job, I'll do my job. We're living life. Like, we don't need to agree on everything, but we're just doing shit.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I agree that if you have an opinion, then all right, stick to it. If you believe that, go ahead. You know, I'm gonna try my best to convince you something else. But if you don't want to, that's fine. It's like my brother. He's you know, he's like, hey, you have your own opinion, bro. I have my opinion. You know, I'm gonna try
But like,
my
don't
best.
change me. Don't change me just because of your fucking opinion. You keep
I'm a-
your shit to
I'm gonna
yourself.
try to give you. If you're open minded, I'm trying to give you my thinking, and
Oh,
hopefully
so
you can give me your
fuck.
thinking. And we'll see what happens.
100%. I mean, if anything, you don't always have to agree. It's just an opinion. At the
Yeah,
end
if you
of the
don't
day,
agree, if
know
you
what I mean?
like don't believe, then that's fine. My goal is to make you believe something else, so you could believe it on your own. If you don't want to, well, that's fine.
Exactly. That's where the salesman comes in. You know what I mean? But anyways, no, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I thought it was gonna be more. I feel like a lot of people are in debt, and it's something to put out. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people get these credit cards thinking that the limit is what they have, but in reality, they don't understand that they're gonna pay interest. Like, they don't pay the credit.
It's so
card.
easy when it's
You know
like
what I mean?
available, you know. Like I
No, but,
have
like-
it, but it's not mine, but it's available.
No, but like, it's cause I was watching this show. I forgot what it was called, but there's this person that was like, oh no, like you just, oh,
You're playing footsies with me now, bro.
Bro, it's cause I gotta stretch my leg, bro. My fucking back be killing me right now. No, anyway, like I was saying though, something about credit cards. So basically, there's this one person that was like, "Oh, you just gotta pay $10 every month." You know what I mean?
Dave?
And she was like, "No." You know what I mean? Like you gotta pay what you owe. You're just accruing interest on what you owe. You know what I mean? They're like, "No, but it just says minimum payment, $10." So they're using their card, and they're just making the minimum payment the whole time. You know what I mean? They're just
Yeah, but
stacking
they
up
all.
interest on that motherfucker, which is crazy on a credit card. I don't know if it's at 15% minimum, but I know it gets as high as like 25%. It's crazy.
Many people don't realize that credit card points or rewards help a lot.
If used correctly, though, pause. They like people in debt still get points, but they're in debt, so those points doesn't fucking mean shit. You're not really
But
getting anything
yeah,
back.
no, 100%.
You
But
know
if
what I
you're
mean?
responsible with it, dude,
No, yeah,
it's
that's
good
what I'm saying. Like,
advantage.
like the points, they're really good in the sense of like, hey, I'm spending money I'm already gonna be using and getting points for it too. You know what I mean? That's how points are good. But it's not good to be like, oh yeah, I'm just buying shit and I'm getting 1% back. Like, no, that's not good. Cause like, yes, you're getting 1% back, but like
You're
the
spending more
return on that shit
percent.
is no, doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's not gonna get you anything else. And at the same time, you're gonna be paying way more than that 1% in the 24 fucking percent interest. You know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, you're spending more than 1% always, so like it's never gonna make
No, no.
sense.
Like you would, like what I'm saying is people would use that and go buy a new TV. You know what I mean? Or like I don't know if you could buy a car with a credit card,
I
but
think you can.
true.
There's some cards that go maximum up to $18,000, and you could buy a car for
I feel
18,000.
like the limit goes way higher, bro.
Oh well, even more.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I mean, if anything, it's crazy.
You
You know
gotta
what I
pay
mean?
it off though.
No, yeah, 100%. If anything, this is my word of advice with credit cards. If you guys have one, spend, like, use it as if you had it. Hold up. Pause. Let me restate my phrase. All right. Cut. Beep. All right. Let me give you guys some word of advice. All right. If you guys have a credit card, use it as if you didn't have any money. The only money that you have is your bank account money. So if you are gonna get gas, which is something you already need, use it on your needs, not on your wants. You know what I mean? You were already gonna get gas. Spend the money on the credit card and pay it off right away with the money that you would have spent with the debit card. Either way, you know what I mean? Like you weren't gonna go and buy that fucking TV with your debit card. Why are you gonna buy it with your fucking credit card? You know what I mean? So use that credit card as if it was your debit card and pay it off right away. Don't get any interest on that motherfucker. Pay it off. If anything, if you guys do have the 0% APR introduction bonus, use it wisely. Honestly, 0% is really good, but it's only limited time. You stack up your fucking debt in that 1 year, you're fucked after that deal is over. You know what I mean? So it's good if you know how to use it right. It's debt isn't always bad. You gotta know how to play it right. Don't get trapped into the 24% interest rate trap. You feel me?
Now, with my advice for credit cards, have more than one. You know, be responsible.
yo, yo. If you could follow what I just said, then have more than one.
Yeah, which I said it right after his,
Yeah,
right?
do not have more than one if you cannot do what I just said.
But if you could do what he just said, it helps you a lot. And with having
100%.
multiple credit cards, you get multiple points for different things, for hotels, for gas, for food, for groceries.
But at the same time, having multiple accounts helps you in your credit score, not mainly because if
Points
you
to
have
no, 100%.
like
Yeah,
if you have a lot of credit cards, it's really hard to stack up points throughout all across them. Like what I like to do
unless you
personally,
spend.
100% if you spend like a lot in all of them. But like what I personally like to do is I like to stick with two. You know what I mean? I rotate them throughout the month.
I said 3 or 4.
I stick with two and just stack up the points on those. And then whenever I feel like I need to use another credit card, I stop, replace them, start using them too, so my credit cards don't deactivate.
So do you use them like on the same things, or is one credit card specific
Same
for
things.
this
I
type
use
of
them as if it was
purchase?
my debit card. All right, guys. I use it as if it was my debit card. Motherfuckers. So yeah. So yeah. So
Anyways,
basically, I use them for the same thing. No matter if I use the Discover or the Chase or the Capital One or the fucking other ones, don't matter which one I use. I use them for gas, food, or basically that's
Like
it.
all those, right? You just
That's
choose which
basically
one.
it. I'm not over here buying shit just to buy shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. That's the difference. That's why we have money saved up. Anyways, and not in debt. You know what I mean? Like it's just simple. It's simple,
Not in
and,
debt.
and people are fucking making it more complicated. They like the fun shit. Like I get it, cool and shit.
It's a trap. It's so easy to spend money when you
It's easy to
can't.
spend money.
Even if you don't have it, it's still easy when you don't have the money.
Yeah, because technically you do have it,
But
you
that's a
don't
trap.
have it.
It's a trap from the banks to keep you poor to the rest of your life. So you know,
Don't fall for it.
I don't know. It's a
All right.
matrix at the end of the day.
But yeah, if anything, guys, so you guys don't get stuck into the matrix, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment
Please.
down what you guys have learned so far. You know, we
Please.
want to make sure you guys don't miss any future videos because we make sure and strive to provide you with the best of our knowledge, of our truth, and
100%.
motivate you guys to become something better, right?
No, yeah, and you guys want to be on the gas? I mean, we're open to that. We're open-minded. Any feedback, any topics, like we always say, bring them up because at the end of the day, this is just our own opinions, you know.
100%.
So if anything, this is open to anybody. So we welcome everybody.
100%. And with that being said, thank you so much with Megastar Realty for providing all this equipment, all these things, allowing us to do the podcast. If you guys are looking to buy or sell real estate in Denver, Colorado, hit us up in Denver, Colorado. Our information is right here and right there. And back to the podcast.